Welcome to the biggest talk show right here in the city of Port Harcourt, South Nigeria. My name is Dennison, the comedy coolest guy in Africa, and I'm always on this very beautiful show, this most exciting show with the very gorgeous Obi. Welcome. That's what's up.
So, let me ask you, how have you been?
I'm doing great, always great, always cool.
Okay, this is Let's Talk on No Limit TV, and that's how you introduced me. In case you're new here, and to those that have always been keeping up with us, Let's Talk is that talk show where we just say it as it is, alright? Discuss topics across different things, national issues, social issues, issues in industries, and what have you. We talk about everything, about anything here on Let's Talk. So we'll go on a short break, and when we're back, we'll be going straight to business.
That's what's up.
At Club Euphoria, each of our rooms are carefully designed for you to rewind, relax, and recharge.
Perfect. There's only one sports bar that brings you perfection that comes with luxury and style, and that's Club Euphoria. So join me every weekday and every weekends for the most amazing experience at the exclusive lounge of Club Euphoria. Trust me, we enjoy the best of sports right here and chill drinks. Big things. Club Euphoria is more than just a sports bar.
Are you looking for a place to wind down with your girls and meet great guys? Club Euphoria is definitely the place. So if you want to hang out with the big girls and the big boys, if you want to chill with exclusive ballers, definitely find your way down here to Club Euphoria.
You too can make memorable memories.
Experience luxury
at the executive lounge of Club Euphoria. Welcome back. This is Let's Talk, and on this episode we have another super amazing personality right here on the show. Obi, you already know how.
Yeah. Today's topic of discussion is something that is going to be said as it is, as I said earlier, because we are going to know some things that we have seen in events that we do not like, or something that has happened to you in case they don't match you for stage before, all those kind of stuff. So yes, today we'll be discussing on event protocols and security.
That's what's up.
Yes.
And we have one of the biggest security personnel. He's a celebrity security personnel. Trust me, we have the big celebrity, popular, big machine.
You actually look like a name.
The big machine. You are highly welcome to Let's Talk.
Thank you very
It's
much.
an honor.
Yeah.
This is the first time I think we're watching you talk. A lot of who I've not heard you. Sorry, hear you talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the first time.
Thank you very much.
For those of us who don't really know you right now, show and you tell us about yourself.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Akaume. I am a Geography and Environmental Management graduate from University of Port Harcourt, and I'm also a security personnel. We do security consultancy, we do private protection and the rest. Yes. We cover everything that concerns security.
That's incredible. I mean, you studied environmental
Management.
and you're celebrating the protocol. How did you switch? Is it Nigeria that switched?
Nigeria happened.
From when I was in school, I usually have this love for these protocol guys.
Protocol, okay.
Yes. When I watch movies, I look out for protocol guys that works with the president.
So it's a passion.
Yes, I had it as a passion from way back. Then I met a friend in school that said, guy, you are big. Won't you like to work with us? You have an event. One bank MD that time, he did his birthday. One of the biggest ones in Port Harcourt then. Say, won't you like to work with you? Then I was a novice. Then he said, they like to work with you. You like to work with me? And I was like, okay. Is it for free? He said, no, we'll pay you small money that time. I said, okay, no problem. He asked if I had a suit. I said, yes, sure, definitely. I had a suit. And he gave me time and venue, and we started from there. And gradually he called me for events. Then I was still in school. Called me for events, and we started from there. Then one day my brother called me, Peter. He said, this event you go for, they pay you now? I said, yes, they pay me. It's not for free. And it was like, why not we do package it a little bit? We do a complimentary card and during events and try to tell people that I can do this work. I was not really keen about doing that. I just wanted to go there, do my thing, make my money and come back home. And that was when I was just leaving. I was about leaving school. So I graduated and I started doing the work small, little by little. And after some time, we went for service. I served in Kaduna. Just before we went for service, we packaged it a little bit. My brother called me, Usat. I was like, let's do this and make it more official. We gave it a name, we gave the brand a name. We sat down on our dining table and drew a logo for the brand. And we gave the brand a motto, like, what do they call it? A motto.
Yeah.
So from there we started. Then Basket Mouth had a show in Port Harcourt. Basket Mouth, one of those shows that he does in Port Harcourt. And we saw the flyer online and we called that we are a new security company in town, or why not give us the opportunity to provide security for your event? And they said we should write a proposal. They give us a mail to write a proposal to, and we wrote. Then I was very good with English, very good.
I don't get good in English.
Now I'm no.
But I can't voice don't start.
So I drafted a very wonderful letter, a very wonderful proposal, but there was no experience attached to it. There was no solid experience attached to it. So we are not given the job. Maybe they gave someone more experience than we were. So, but gradually we did. When we were in service, me and my brother, we served together in Kaduna together. We were in camp together. When we were in service, our elder brother married, and we did his wedding, but we were in service. We called someone in Port Harcourt. We married in Port Harcourt. We called someone in Port Harcourt, and they provided security for the events. And gradually, we started doing it little by little, getting small events. Okay, during our service here in Kaduna, we were aimed at providing gears, uniforms, outfits for our guys. So we were not really doing more jobs, so many jobs in Port Harcourt, because we were in Kaduna. So but immediately we came back from service in 2016. We met our mom. She gave us our first loan. Let me use that word, loan. But that loan till today, she didn't ask for it again. It was like a seed that she sowed to the company. And we got our first gear. I went to Aba. We sold our first vest. And from there, it's been doing it, and it's been going on. Let's say we thank God.
Incredible. Accept.
So how about you've done events 2016? It's not like today. So let's talk about challenges you've seen or had as a company and also as an
At times we have, if a client gives us a job, at times they want us to do it the way they want. For example, you have, let's use a wedding as an instance. You have a wedding, you contract us to provide security for the wedding. We have been paid, whether partly or full payments, and we are on ground. We've studied the events even before the event started and before the event starts. And we know that these events, doing it strictly by invitation will will most likely be very difficult. And we ask you, have you provided, did you share it for everybody? At times, most clients say, yes, they share it for everybody, that we should stick to the IV. We must use IV. And at the end of the day, the IV did not go round. The IV will not go round. And we end up having issues with clients with guests that come to events without IVs. Okay, now, since the IV did not go round, why not provide someone, maybe a close family member of either of the families, to identify guests, to make the work easy for us? At times it doesn't work, at times it works, but that is for weddings. We do weddings and social events. Now, social events, we have cases where, let me use the word, celebrities or entertainers who want to come to the events, and the organizer of the event will say everybody that's coming must buy a ticket. And we know that when I'm doing my show, let's say, for example, I'm an entertainer. When I'm doing my show, I allow you as a fellow entertainer to attend my show. So when you are doing yours, you allow me to attend your own show without getting ticket. But not everybody has that idea. So at times, entertainers will want to make it strict for their fellow entertainers to get tickets for their show, and will end up having issues with entertainers. You understand? So as much as we can, we try to make it easy for everybody. We know that definitely not, let's say, not everybody we want to get tickets. But if there's, let's say, a form of communication, you can make it, everything will go smoothly.
You're a popular figure when it comes to the security business right here in the South. Your brand is very popular. You as an individual, top notch, very popular. What would you say? How did you rise to this? How did you get this fame? Would you say it's working with Sabinos, or you think that you created this fame yourself? More like,
Okay, first, from even when I was in school, I'm a very noticeable person. Let me use that word. Anywhere I come out, I stand out. So it helps too. So even when we got to know the Mr. Funny brand, when he saw me, when we met, it was like the role that he wanted me to play for the first material we did, the first content we did, that I fitted perfectly into the role. But before I played that role with Mr. Funny, I was already known in the security business. Our brand was already popular. We were already like the number one in town. So, but knowing Mr. Funny and other online content creators, it's like the icing on the cake. The cake is already sweet, but the icing now made it sweeter. Yes. It helps actually. I won't say it did not help. Sabinos has been like my biggest, let me say, like my biggest client, because as we do content, I provide security service for him in cases. We travel together and we do stuff together. Yeah.
okay, beautiful. Now, okay, that's what you're asking.
Yeah, let's talk about things that happen in events. You're into events as you provide security. There are some situations that we've seen videos online where people get picked up. I want to use the word picked up because they just pick them up from the stage and fling them. When fans are kind of reacting to maybe artists performing and all that. Is that part of your job as a security personnel? Sometimes the reaction we get online and the way people are treated by these security personnel because of the way they acted? Is it part of your profession, that professionalism?
Okay, I would say not every security personnel has the same training. In every profession, there is unprofessionalism.
Yeah.
In every profession, it is not left to you, the security personnel, or what people call as a bouncer, to use discretion in case of these fans encroaching into the stage. Everything is not by force. Everything is not being violent. One of our trainings in our brand, Petrus Guard, is that we can do anything. There's a word that we use, verbal judo. You can go to war and not shoot a gun. Not everything is violence, not everything is by force. You are not a group of thugs. In this case, where you say guests come to the stage, when guests come to the stage and try to hug celebrities or try to be overexcited, you can take the guests down from the stage without being violent. Not every time that you must use force or use aggression, or
just picking up the
you can pick up
Like
the guests.
the way they pick them, eh?
You can lead the guests down from the stage and not incurring injury on anybody, and it will still look wonderful. Not every time that people use it happens. I won't say it doesn't happen, it happens, but when we are in that situation, we try as much as possible, because I say the kind of person I am, anytime I come out and I'm working, I have a belief that someone is looking at me somewhere. Someone is actually probably using a camera to record me or video me. So I must do what I'm doing with all level of perfection. So that if that thing that person is videoing of me comes to public view, I won't be found wanting. So when I'm in that situation, obviously there are cameras on you. Once you are in that situation, you must be able to think very fast, so that when that thing that people are videoing of you comes to public view, or they are watching it later, there won't be any command or any complaint. So when you're in that situation, that's much as possible to make it look fine. You must not. It's only when the unforeseen comes, maybe there is any show of aggression from the person that comes on stage, because some people can be very naughty. When you want to package it and bring them down quietly or gently, they want to use force, and then you will now have to prove to the person that in as much as you are smart, or in as much as you are trying to make it gentle, you can still be, you understand?
So using force is part of professionalism in a way, not like that fully. Is that what you're saying?
If need be.
Okay.
That is why when we have events we have big events where we need to do crowd control or access control, very big events. Yeah, some years ago we did Big Brother auditioning. This Big Brother Nigeria auditioning in Port Harcourt in Hotel Presidential. As at then, that was the event we encountered the highest number of crowd. It was something else. So in that case, the use of force or the use of your masculine power comes into play. If you do, let me use that slang, if you do smeh, someone will match your head and someone will trample on you, or you will be involved in a stampede. You guys controlling crowd will be involved in a stampede, and it will turn out to be something else.
Have you ever applied the use of force? You made comment about the word judo, or what's the word?
Verbal judo.
Verbal judo, yeah. So in cases you have verbal judo,
does not work.
Have you ever applied the use of force, like big machine, craze?
If I tell you I've not used it before, then I'll be lying.
Yeah.
Yes, we used it before. I've used it before. but it is in extreme cases. Extreme cases. There are people that wake up in the morning and tell themselves that today I'm going out to go and cause trouble.
Have you experienced it?
That's the line of work that we do. You will definitely experience it. You can't say you are a security man or you are in the security business and you don't encounter such people. But your first approach should be gentility. Let me use that word. Your first approach should be being meek. Try to converse. Try to be as subtle as possible.
And if that doesn't work,
then if that doesn't work,
okay,
then you now bring in your
the real life judo. Now there is a lot of things going on in events in Port Harcourt. Events organizers. Now, if you had to send a message to event organizers, you've handled different events. What are these things you tell event organizers? This is what you people as security guys are going through that they need to correct so it doesn't make your job look like it's unprofessional, you know? So there's a lot going on. What are those things you want to tell events organizers to work on, you know, before inviting you guys to your job to make your job easier?
Okay. Let me start with this popular saying, good soup, na money kill am. If you're contracting me to provide security for your events, or not just me, if you're contracting any brand to provide security for your events, first, there's a saying in our industry that cheap security is not good and good security is not cheap. First, you should have a proper budget for security, not just bouncers. There are some events that the contractors, we provide DSS, we provide NSCDC, we provide the Federal Road Safety Commission to handle vehicular movements and provide canine security, dogs. So in such events, if you tell me that if you call us for an event of that caliber and you start pricing it as if we are playing, to look somehow. So first, if I want to advise an event organizer, you should have a proper budget for your events, and allow us. We as a brand, we are capable of advising you. We don't just provide security. We do security consultancy. We can advise you that, see, you are doing an event in the stadium. Let's use this approach to curtail the crowd. Let's not use too many entrances. We can use many exits. But in the beginning of the event, this is how we do it, so that to avoid stampede, to avoid you might not have the manpower to control the crowd, to do accreditation and the rest. Let's do it like this and like this and like this, so that there won't be eventualities. Allow us to advise you, except you have a security person on your team, because there are events that usually have security personnel on their planning committee. If you have a security personnel on your planning committee that can advise you in that light, it's fine. But when you don't have someone like that, we allow your security personnel to advise you, or when you contract us, allow us to advise you, to provide not just the manpower on ground, to give you tidbits on how to make the event seat free.
Okay.
So, and not just advice. At times, we can advise you and you don't heed to the advice. So at times, you can get advice from someone and you don't heed to the advice. When we consult on events, you should be open to correction. You should be able to advise. You should be able to put what we have advised you to practice.
Okay.
Yes, it's one thing to give you instruction, and it's another thing to obey the instruction. So when you have such instructions to make events each free, you should be open to obey those instructions. Yeah.
Talking about instructions, some of these events that are ticketed, okay, the event organizers give the instruction that, see, no one enters the event venue without a ticket. Okay, there are few rumors that people don't buy tickets, they just sit the guys at the gate, the security personnel at the gate, and enter the event venue.
Okay, this is one thing that even from when we started our brand, as God may have it, when we started our brand, a popular Port Harcourt comedian, let me not mention his name, he contracted us to these events then, and when he contracted us, he was specific that he's using us as a new brand to do his events because we don't know Port Harcourt people. It's like he's seen us like newborn babies that is not open to doing such things. That is the reason why he's contracting us, and he gave us the job. It was well paid for, but when we were trying to, because we are a new brand, when we were trying to source for manpower to do the job, let me use the word, because I'm a very religious person. Let me state that clearly. I usually ask the Holy Spirit for direction when to avoid going astray. Then I did a short prayer. Say, Holy Spirit, help me, because as a newborn baby, let's as a new brand, you can go and source for manpower from old brands. And when you bring those people to your new brand, they will not corrupt the new brand. I told God, help me to get people that will be able to prosecute this job, to do this job well, and not failing what the client has asked us. We must do what the client has asked us to do, and we must do the job well. And the job came, it went well. There are security brands that do it, that get money from guests, and they will come. We meet them a lot. They'll come to all these big events. They'll come and say, how much? They know the ticket. The ticket is averagely 5K. They will tell you, we are 7. Let's give you 20,000. It will look fine in the ear. Someone is offering you 20,000 naira. How much are they even paying for this job? And someone is offering you 20,000 naira on the platter of gold. For your conscience sake, and for the event organizer's sake, it's just good to avoid it. You know why? To put up an event, together in the town now will cost you not less than 5-10 million naira on the average. And most celebrities, most entertainers depend on these ticket sales to make their money back. And if you have a conscience and you see that if you sell ticket to 20-30 people and the money does not go to the organizers back, they will definitely run at a loss on the long run, and the money is in your pocket. You are reaching yourself, but you are impoverishing someone else. So if you have a conscience, you should know that you are being paid for the job. You are being paid for the job. It is not a free job. And as you are being paid for the job, you should be as professional as possible to make sure that you do your job with utmost sincerity. That is why I said, anytime I'm working, anytime I put on my gear and I'm working, I have in mind that someone is videoing me somewhere. Not just God is seeing you. No. I'm not talking about someone is videoing you with the camera. If that the person is videoing, if they play it for public view, will it be good? You can do that thing that you are doing by taking money from somebody and people get to know, it will be embarrassing on the long run. It will be a dent on the image of your brand and your own personal image. So my advice to security personnel, in as much as they are paying you for the job, you should be as professional as possible.
So we have these rumors with you about the mainstream, what's it called?
Mainstream security.
Mainstream security. And what is your relationship like with the mainstream security? And we also have these rumors about you guys being, taken by the DSS to do other jobs. How true is that?
Okay. When you contact us for security consultancy for a big event, some years ago, 2 years ago, we did an event for Mali, a few days to Christmas in December, like 2 years ago. For that event, we provided policemen, provided road safety, provided civil defense officers. If I open my phone contacts, more than half of my phone contacts are policemen that I meet on the job, because we use them a lot. Both for security and for private protection. We have a very good relationship with policemen because we work almost every day. We are not armed. It's against the law of the government to carry arms as security personnel. So when you are working with high profile clients or in high profile events, we contract some level of protection to the policemen. So we work with them very well. Both at times the DSS, the policemen, some clients will want to use the military because they know the kind of guests they have. They want to use the military, and we have a very good relationship with them. Then talking about the DSS contracting us to do a job for, did you say to do a job for them? The only time they don't contract us, we don't, let me use that word, we not reach for them to contract us because they are the government.
Yeah.
But when we are doing a government event, like all those, we've done a good number of presidential campaigns, state governorship campaigns. When one of the presidential aspirants was in town, we provided security for him. We work with them. Like, there are some level of jobs. There are some on the field. There's some things that the DSS personnel carrying an assault rifle will not do. Those things like clearing crowd, let me use that word. Their work is to protect against armed attack. Our work is to clear the crowd. So we work pari passu, where our work stops.
Yes.
That is where their own work starts from.
Okay.
Because we have the look, we have the let me use that word, the strength to withstand crowd, to withstand that kind of pressure. Because at times you cannot be carrying an assault rifle and you are clearing crowd. Making all the clear crowd, the person carry gun from your waist. So in that case, we work with the policemen when it comes to providing security, with the DSS when it comes to providing security for government officials. But saying they call us to work with them, my body.
You asked me that one. So let's talk about disciplinary measures when, let me say, members of your team, okay, staff of your brand, when they do certain things that we've talked about, go against the rule of your profession. What are disciplinary measures that you're aware as a brand that you use, and as a profession that you know that other brands use?
Okay, I will speak for our own brand, Petrus Guards. When we have a national body of security personnel, a national body, and that national body we have a list of rules and regulations that must be adhered to when you're on the job, especially event jobs. And we have a culture or a ritual of when you're on the job, a big job. It must not be a big job. When we are on an event and we have ample time, we try as much as possible to remind ourselves of those rules and regulations that governs us as a body. When we remind ourselves of those rules and regulations, when you are reminded that taking money from a guest to enter an event that is not invited to is against the rules of our profession. When you are reminded every day that you are in an event, you hardly fall short of that sin. But in the case where everybody is not perfect, some of us, we have done the job to some level of perfection, to have some level of professionalism, not to be found wanting in those aspects of doing what you're not supposed to do. When we work with someone that is not matured enough to withstand such level of temptation, and the person does it, and you catch the person in the act, the first thing we look out for is his level of remorse. Some people, when you catch them in the act, they want to defend themselves. They want to give you reason why they do what they did, and there is no actual reason. There should not be any proper reason to do what is bad. When you see the person's level of remorse, you can, okay, let's say the person is taking money from a guest to enter an event. You can remove the person from the gate and take the person backstage. Let the person control crowd backstage. Remove the person from the temptation.
So
at times it's not about punishing immediately. Punishing immediately at times does not solve the problem. At times, correct. Remind the person that before the event, we talked about this thing, Chairman. Why will you do such a thing when we know that this thing is bad? Remove the person from that scenario. If the person is an aggressive person that is in a fight with a guest, remove the person from that scenario. Try to calm the person down, and subsequently you can act with. If the person is still trying to be aggressive, you can send the person home. Say, Chairman, go home, go and cool off. You must not be in this event. Or Chairman, go somewhere, go to a corner of the maybe go away and try to cool off, try to blow up the steam. If you can be less tensed, you understand? Then if it's someone that does it, if it's someone that is used to doing that thing over and over and over again, then you know that jump not for the person. The person will be better in another profession. Yeah.
Okay. You said a lot. Thank you for being with us here on the show. And do not follow us on socials. No Limit TV _Naija. That is for Instagram, TikTok, X. Then on Facebook is No Limit TV. And how can we reach out to you on socials?
Let me clear my face, please.
It's a big machine of socials.
Okay. My Instagram is Big Black Machine. My Facebook is Emmanuel Akaume II. TikTok is Emmanuel Akaume II.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, and until next week, it is goodbye.
Yes, sir. Peace.